We're about to take you on a journey through 13 mall restaurants that vanished faster than your allowance money. Number 1. Orange, Julius. Picture yourself stepping into a bustling 1970s mall. The air hums with chatter and the clinking of coins. Neon signs flash, and the scent of buttery pretzels mingles with new leather from the shoe store. But wait, what's that bright orange kiosk catching your eye? Welcome to Orange Julius, the frothy drink phenomenon that had mall-goers lining up in droves. Their eye-catching logo and gleaming blenders promised a taste sensation like no other. One sip of their signature drink and you're hooked. It's creamy yet light, sweet but tangy, with a hint of vanilla that dances on your tongue. Orange Julius actually started back in 1926 when Julius Freed mixed up a less acidic orange juice drink to soothe his upset stomach. It became such a hit, he opened a stand in Los Angeles. Fast forward to the 1970s, and Orange Julius was the coolest spot in malls across America. Number 2. York Steakhouse. While Orange Julius quenched our thirst, another mall staple satisfied a different craving. Ever wonder where mall-goers went for a taste of luxury without breaking the bank? Let's step into the dimly lit world of York Steakhouse, where affordable elegance awaited behind velvet ropes. Picture this: plush burgundy booths, dark wood paneling, and the soft glow of faux Tiffany lamps. York Steakhouse was a far cry from the plastic trays and bright lights of the food court. Here, you'd find real silverware, cloth napkins, and waiters in crisp white shirts. It was like stepping into a steakhouse from the big city, right in the middle of your local mall. The menu boasted classics like the sirloin steak, costing about $25 in today's money. But it wasn't just about the beef. York offered a full salad bar, baked potatoes with all the fixings, and decadent desserts. They marketed themselves as the place for a special night out, without the stuffy atmosphere or sky-high prices of traditional steakhouses. Number 3. Arthur Treachers Fish and Chips. From silver screen to silver platter, one British actor's name became synonymous with mall dining. But how did a Hollywood star end up on the marquee of a fast food fish and chip shop? The rise and fall of Arthur Treachers is a story as crispy and satisfying as their famous batter. Step into Arthur Treachers and you'd swear you'd been transported across the Atlantic. Union Jack flags adorned the walls, while staff donned uniforms reminiscent of British sailors. In 1970s America, this was as close to London as most mall-goers could get. The novelty of authentic fish and chips in a fast food setting was mind-blowing. But it wasn't just the decor that had customers hooked. Arthur Treachers' fish was legendary. Enveloped in a top-secret batter recipe, each piece emerged from the fryer golden brown and irresistibly crunchy. One bite, and you'd understand why this British staple was making waves in American food courts. Number 4. Hot Sam Pretzels. Remember when you could follow your nose to the best snack in the mall? Long before the cookie shops and popcorn stands, one twisted treat reigned supreme. Let's take a bite out of nostalgia and explore the rise and fall of a pretzel chain that knew the quickest way to a shopper's heart was through their stomach. Picture this: you're strolling through the mall when suddenly the irresistible aroma of freshly baked pretzels hits you. That's Hot Sam Pretzels working its magic. Their kiosk was a sight to behold, with golden brown pretzels slowly rotating in gleaming ovens. The adorable pretzel-touting chef logo caught your eye, but it was the smell that made your mouth water. Hot Sam didn't just stick to the classics. Sure, you could grab a traditional salted pretzel, but why stop there? Cinnamon sugar for the sweet tooth, cheese stuffed for the adventurous, and don't forget those tasty dipping sauces. It was like a pretzel playground for your taste buds. Number 5. Hickory Farms. While pretzels were twisting their way out, a different kind of snack empire was rising. What if I told you there was once a store in nearly every mall that could make your mouth water just by walking past? Get ready to unwrap the savory success of a bygone mall favorite. Step into a Hickory Farms store and you're instantly transported to a rustic wonderland. Wooden barrels overflow with colorful specialty foods, while the aroma of smoked meats and aged cheeses fills the air. But the real stars of the show? The sample stations. Tiny cubes of summer sausage and cheese spreads on crackers tempted shoppers to try before they buy. Hickory Farms wasn't just a snack stop, it was the go-to for holiday gift shopping. Their gift baskets were legendary, packed with gourmet goodies that made perfect presents for everyone from your boss to your in-laws. At their peak, they sold over 1 million baskets in a single holiday season. The secret to their success? Those free samples. By letting customers taste the goods, Hickory Farms turned window shoppers into buyers. It was a winning strategy that kept over 600 mall locations bustling for years. Number 6. The Original Cookie Company. Remember that irresistible aroma wafting through the mall, drawing you in like a cartoon character floating on the scent trail? It wasn't Hickory Farms' cheese. This was sweeter, warmer, and absolutely impossible to resist. What treat had the power to stop shoppers in their tracks and make their mouths water instantly? Enter the Original Cookie Company, a colorful oasis of freshly baked goodness. Picture rows of golden cookies lined up behind glass cases, each one a work of edible art. But the real magic happened right before your eyes. Bakers in crisp white uniforms mixed, rolled, and baked cookies in full view of hungry onlookers. It was like watching your childhood dreams come to life, complete with the mouth-watering scent of warm chocolate chips. Classic flavors like chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin, and sugar cookies ruled supreme. But it wasn't just about the taste. These cookies were a feast for the eyes, too. Decorated sugar cookies sported colorful icing and sprinkles, perfect for both kids and the young at heart. The Original Cookie Company proudly marketed itself as the fresh-baked alternative to packaged snacks, emphasizing the homemade quality that set them apart. Number 7. Kenny Rogers. Roasters. From chart-topping hits to sizzling rotisserie chicken, Kenny Rogers proved he knew a thing or two about satisfying an audience. But even as his restaurant chain expanded faster than you could say, The Gambler, a high-stakes challenge was brewing. What caused this country star's culinary empire to fold its hand? Step into Kenny Rogers Roasters and you'd swear you were in a cozy country kitchen. Warm wood tones, rustic decor, and yes, Kenny's smiling face greeting you from the walls. It was a far cry from your typical fast food joint. In the early 90s, the idea of a celebrity-backed restaurant was still fresh, and Kenny's star power drew curious diners in droves. The star of the show? Rotisserie chicken that was juicy, flavorful, and a healthier alternative to fried options. Paired with cornbread and mac and cheese, it was comfort food heaven. Kenny Rogers Roasters took off like wildfire, opening 350 locations across the U.S. in just a few years. They even got a boost from a memorable Seinfeld episode, cementing their place in pop culture. Number 8. Pup and Taco. While Kenny Rogers bet on star power, our next forgotten mall eatery took a different gamble. Imagine walking into a vibrant, playful restaurant and being greeted by a menu that made you do a double take. Hot dogs and tacos together? Welcome to Pup and Taco, where culinary fusion met fast food in a way no one saw coming. Pup and Taco was a feast for the eyes as much as the taste buds. Bright colors popped from every corner, creating a fun, casual atmosphere that drew in families and young diners alike. But it wasn't just the decor that caught your attention. It was the unique menu that combined two American favorites under one roof. On one side, you had the Pup, a classic beef hot dog that could rival any ballpark frank. On the other, a variety of tacos filled with beef, chicken, or veggies. For the truly adventurous, there was even a Pup Taco that married the best of both worlds. It was a bold move, trying to capitalize on the growing popularity of tacos while keeping one foot firmly planted in hot dog territory. Number 9. Great Steak and Potato Company. Picture this: an open kitchen where the sizzle of steak mingles with the aroma of freshly baked potatoes. Welcome to Great Steak and Potato Company, where comfort food got a personalized twist. Remember the thrill of sliding your tray down the line, pointing at toppings like a kid in a candy store? Cheese, bacon, sour cream, chives. Your potato was a blank canvas, and you were the artist. But it wasn't just about the spuds. Their signature loaded baked potato, often paired with a juicy steak, was a hearty meal that kept shoppers fueled for their next round of bargain hunting. Great Steak rode the wave of the baked potato trend, offering a healthier alternative to greasy burgers and fries. At its peak, over 200 Great Steak locations dotted malls across America. Their unique franchising model helped them expand rapidly, becoming a food court staple. But as tastes shifted towards even healthier options, Great Steak found itself in hot water. The baked potato bonanza couldn't last forever, and many mall locations closed up shop. Number 10. ChickfilA Dwarf House. Ever wonder why Chick-fil-A's restaurants have that cozy, homey feel? The answer lies in a forgotten chapter of the chain's history, a whimsical eatery called the Dwarf House. This isn't just a tale of chicken sandwiches. It's a story of how a tiny idea grew into a fast food empire. Step into a Dwarf House, and you'd find yourself in a world far different from today's Chick-fil-A. Picture wooden beams, rustic decor, and a warm, inviting atmosphere that felt more like a country kitchen than a fast food joint. But the real surprise was on the menu. Sure, you could get a chicken sandwich, but how about a steak? Or maybe some biscuits and gravy for breakfast? The Dwarf House boasted unique items you won't find in modern Chick-fil-A's. There was the Dwarf House Chicken Sandwich, a precursor to the famous Chick-fil-A sandwich we know today. But you could also order a full breakfast spread or choose from a wider variety of sides and desserts. Number 11. Roy Rogers. Restaurants. What do you get when you cross a singing cowboy, a double R bar burger, and a revolutionary fixins bar? The answer is a fast food phenomenon that took malls by storm in the 1980s. Let's saddle up and explore the rise and fall of Roy Rogers, a restaurant that was anything but your average burger joint. Step into a Roy Rogers and you'd be transported to the Wild West. Cowboy-themed decor adorned the walls, while employees sported Western-style uniforms. The star of the menu was the Double R Bar Burger, a juicy patty topped with ham and melted cheese. But the real showstopper? The Fixins Bar, where customers could load up their burgers with fresh toppings to their heart's content. Named after the famous Western actor, Roy Rogers restaurants capitalized on America's love for cowboy culture. At its peak, the chain boasted over 600 locations across the country. But as tastes changed and competition heated up, Roy Rogers found itself in a showdown it couldn't win. Today, only a handful of locations remain, serving up a taste of nostalgia to those who remember this unique fast food frontier. Number 12. B. Dalton Cafe. From cowboys to coffee cups, mall dining was evolving in unexpected ways. Picture this. You're browsing the latest bestsellers, a steaming latte in hand, surrounded by the quiet hum of literary discussion. Sounds like a book lover's dream, right? Well, for a brief moment in retail history, B. Dalton Cafe made that dream a reality. B. Dalton Cafe transformed the typical bookstore experience into something cozier and more inviting. Imagine soft lighting, comfortable armchairs, and the rich aroma of freshly brewed coffee mingling with the scent of new books. It was like stepping into your favorite reading nook, but with an endless supply of reading material at your fingertips. The menu was a book lover's delight, featuring coffee blends named after famous authors and pastries inspired by classic novels. You could sip on a Hemingway roast while nibbling on a Pride and Prejudice scone. It was the perfect spot to lose yourself in a good book or chat with fellow bibliophiles. Number 13. Sparrow. While some mall eateries struggled to adapt, others crumbled faster than a thin-crust pizza. Remember that tantalizing aroma of fresh pizza wafting through the food court? It was the signature scent of Sparrow, a chain that once ruled supreme. But what caused this pizza giant to crumble faster than its own crispy crust? Picture Sparrow's open kitchen, a stage where pizza artisans tossed dough high into the air. Steam rose from bubbling cheese as shoppers crowded around the display case, pointing at slices bigger than their faces. Grabbing a quick slice between shopping sprees became a mall ritual, a moment of cheesy bliss in a busy day. Sparrow's recipe for success seemed foolproof. They expanded rapidly, popping up in food courts across America. At their peak, over 800 locations dotted the mall landscape. But as tastes changed and competition heated up, even Sparrow's massive slices couldn't satisfy evolving appetites.